Hey teachers, it is Leah Cleary and I'm here to talk to you today about how you can create your very own classroom assistants for planning, for grading, for data analysis by using Custom GPTs. Now, a word of warning, Custom GPTs are part of the ChatGPT Plus plan and you do have to pay for that. Now, there are workarounds without using Custom GPTs, and I talk about this on my blog. I will link to that in the show notes. But you're still going to want to grab this template for making a custom GPT because this will help you with the workarounds. So if you take a look at the parts of this, you start by brainstorming your need and you just fill in, you type in these boxes. And then you plan your custom GPT and it takes you through the title and the description and all sorts of other things like your draft for your instructions. And then I recommend that you copy and paste, well, you think about what you'll upload for the knowledge base. And then I recommend that you do copy and paste all of this stuff into ChatGPT and give it the prompt that's here, asking it to review your custom GPT instructions. And it will give you some suggestions for how to improve those instructions. And then you are going to copy and paste all of it into a custom GPT configuration to create your very own assistant. And so I'm going to show you that in just a second. Now, I have other things in this template, and stick with me because I'm going to tell you how you can get this template for absolutely free in just a few minutes. So going to ChatGPT, I would go to Explore over here in the sidebar, and it's going to take me to GPTs, Custom GPTs, and I'm going to click Create. And I'm in Configure. There's also a Create mode that's very conversational. But I prefer Configure because you have a little more, or actually a lot more control over what you do. And so please note that the template is set up so that it has you give it a name, a description, specific instructions for it. You can even add conversation starters, and those are the things that you can click on when you go into your custom GPT to have it do very specific things for you. And then the knowledge base, you can upload files. And then you can decide on capabilities, what you'll need. We also have the create new actions. If you're very techy and want to link data and add API codes, you could do that there, but we're not going to worry about that today. So I'm back on the Custom GPT Toolkit template, and I brainstormed what I needed, and basically I'm creating a GPT that is going to help me generate bell ringers for my world history class. And so I would just, back in ChatGPT, paste the title where it says title. It's way over here. And then paste the description where it says description, and so on and so forth. All right. And that same blog post that I'm linking in the directions is going to tell you a shortcut for doing that as well. But I'm just going to paste all of that stuff in here. And then once I have it exactly like I want it, and I can preview and test over in the side pane, I'm going to hit Create. All right, so I could have added an image or had ChatGPT generate an image, but I've got my custom GPT right here. It's a world history bell ringer generator. This is the description. This is what it does. And I only added one prompt, but I could add many different prompts. So I usually add about 4, and that's just kind of a shortcut. But create a bell ringer for world history that analyzes a primary source. And I could go specific and tell it the exact standard that I was using, what I was trying to teach the kids. But because I just clicked that, it randomly chose a standard. And it pulled an excerpt from the Declaration of the Rights of Man and Citizen. And I would definitely fact check that to make sure that that is an accurate quote. And then it is because I also programmed into its knowledge base, because I'm a huge fan of the book Writing Revolution, using Writing Revolution exercises, sentence stems and expanders and paragraphs and things like that. And so I also wanted for it to do things with HIP. So when we're analyzing sources, HIP is just an acronym, and it's asking me about one of the P's, purpose. What was the purpose of this document? And it's having me use because, but, so, sentence formation from Writing Revolution for that. So back on the Custom GPT Toolkit side, I've got a little table of contents here, and if I just go straight down to the shortcut, Meta Custom GPTs, I really am a big fan of these. So the shortcut, it's a Meta GPT builder for teachers, and it basically does what the template does, but it does it as its own custom GPT. So, walk me through, create what I was just showing you. Walk me through creating my own GPT from scratch. Help me design a GPT that saves me time as a teacher. Build a lesson idea generator GPT with scaffolds. Make a GPT that interprets formative data. So walk me through creating my own GPT from scratch. And so it's just very conversationally going to say, hey, fellow teacher, that's the little message that I put in it. And it's going to take me through those 4 steps that we have in the template to build my own. And so I would just interact by typing in the chat. So if you take a look at some other resources that are in the toolkit, the presentation that I did at a very recent EdTech conference is in there, and that's all about using custom GPTs to streamline your teaching life. You've got some resources from my blog and my podcast, and then ways that you can get in touch with me. So this I am putting in my free resource library. My website is leahcleary.com. I'm going to put the link to my free resource library, and if you do not have the password, I'm also in the in the video description, I am going to put in how you can get the password for absolutely free. So I'm going to link to that too. So I hope to see you in my free resource library and happy creating custom GPTs for your classroom.